Focus on what matters. Have you ever noticed just how much we focus on life's insignificance, while the things that should really matter to us simply fall by the wayside? The book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, debuted in November 1997 and gained instant popularity by highlighting the importance of not making the small and insignificant matters of life major issues. What are you making a priority today that in the grand scheme of things should really fall to the bottom of the totem pole? Is it a person, circumstance, or situation that's gaining more attention than it deserves? Let's listen as Christopher unpacks the importance of focusing on what really matters. Here now is Christopher.
If I were to ask you today, what are you giving priority to? What would you tell me? Would it be a business deal? Would it be something as insignificant as a matter in your marriage or financial transaction that in the grand scheme of things don't really mean much, but to you, it means the world. To you, it's a game changer. I mean, what would you really tell me? Stop and think for a second. What are you giving priority to that should not even be close to your priority list, let alone be on your priority list? And again, don't conflate, major things or important things with the unimportant, because we oftentimes do that. And sometimes when you really stop and think about it, you say to yourself, wow, I spent all this time thinking or worried about something that in the grand scheme of things meant nothing. My health, my marriage, my business deal was so much more important than this small thing, whatever it is. Think about it for a second, because we all have that one thing that we put in that order of priority that shouldn't even be on the list. And no better story tells it than in Luke chapter 10, verses 38, the story of Mary and Martha. Now it happened as they went that they entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had her sister called Mary, who also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was distracted with much serving. And she approached him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore, tell her to help me. And Jesus answered and said, Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things. But the one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away from her. How telling is that? What is that one thing right now that we're focused on that we shouldn't be focused on? And the one thing that we should be focused on that we're not focused on? Because we all have that one thing, whether it's a business decision, whether it's a financial decision or a marital decision, whatever it is, that one thing that we should be focused on, but yet we're focused on everything else. See, oftentimes we get involved in so many different things and we start making priorities of things that shouldn't even be on the priorities list. And you have to really ask yourself, is it really a priority? Another thing that we do also is that we sweat the small stuff. And sweating the small stuff truly distracts us from life's most important issues. All too often we'll miss great opportunities, we'll miss great relationships, we'll miss so many things because we're focused on the wrong things. And we see the story of Mary and Martha here, that Martha is completely oblivious to what's important here. But yet, Mary is focused on what is. And it's important for us to remember that over time, we'll realize that the small stuff that we gave so much attention to really didn't matter. And unfortunately, by then it may be too late, because we've missed out on happiness, we've missed out on success, and we've just missed out on life and living life at its best as God intended. So again, I don't want you to conflate matters of urgency with matters that are not. Your mortgage payment is more important than purchasing a new car. Your health is more important than traveling the world and not knowing if you'll live to return. I mean, there's so many things that we worry about that we really shouldn't. And at the end of the day, sweating the small stuff, it truly isn't important, because we'll realize that sweating the small stuff doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Your health is more important. Your relationship is more important. The people that matter in your life, give them that priority today and stop sweating the small stuff. God bless you. God loves you, and so do I.
In our current world of such great uncertainties, it's important to maintain a first things first attitude. We truly hope that you enjoyed Christopher's message on focusing on what really matters. Join us again next time as Christopher delivers another awe-inspiring and uplifting message from the #1 bestseller in the world, the Holy Bible. For additional information or to preview our audio archives, please visit CHRISTOPHERWAYNEWHITE.com. God loves you, and so do we.